John Beltran back with Dave Urich from Bead Digger Stadium. The Bead Diggers lead the University Bulldogs 21-6 in the Patriot League opener. Right now, Valley leading Strasburg late in the second, 10-7. Eaton destroying Estes Park 48-0, and Platte Valley over Weld Central in the second, 7-0. Full slate of Patriot League games tonight. The Bead Diggers will receive the second half kickoff. And looking for a nice play from special teams. Big negative in this game, Dave, was early in the game when starting right tackle Corey Hatfield went down with an apparent shoulder injury, and he left the game, and as we said, he's not coming back. And you wonder what will happen with him, but we'll just pray for the best for Corey because he worked hard to get back into the lineup. Only a junior. And he's been battling a shoulder injury.
It's about one of the worst injuries you can have. There's not, the joint just it's just an unstable joint that relies on kind of an envelope that covers it with with not a lot of ligament action. And I'll tell you what, once that gets unstable, it's really hard to tighten everything back up, and it's a hard thing to recover from as the Diggers choose to receive the football to start the second half.
Right, and that makes sense because University received it to begin the game. And it'll be a chance for the Brush offense to reestablish themselves because that last drive, they had the big play to Eric Garcia, but then they got out of rhythm. They called a timeout. They had to call another one, obviously, because the time was winding down. And the positive about getting those younger players out there when University took up the football for over eight and a half minutes is, like you said, they got the experience. The negative is that I think once the offense got back on the field, even though they had the big play, they weren't quite in the same rhythm because they had and I know a lot of players go both ways. So,
there was a lot of wait time for them to get back out there.
Well, exactly. It's a different unit altogether. Even if you're on the field, but you're on just one side of the ball for a lengthy period of time, it can throw the other side of the football off. And the Bead Diggers can, again, reestablish themselves offensively, expand upon this 15-point lead, and improve to 4-0 with a solid second half of football. Eric Garcia will be deep to receive for the Bead Diggers, and to kick it off will be Jeremy Hewitt, the senior. And Garcia actually had a nice return on the return after the University touchdown, but it was called back because of a holding penalty. So instead of starting from their own 48, the Bead Diggers had to begin from their own 24. So Hewitt, the left-footed kicker for University. And as Dave mentioned the last time, the University is lining up in that bunch formation as we begin the third quarter. Line drive, Garcia will field that at around the 12, drops the ball, picks it up at the 15 towards the 20-yard line, tries to break a tackle, but he's down at the 30. Not a bad return despite the fact that he was out of rhythm after dropping the football. A return of 18 yards. The University tackle was made by Augie Arguello, the senior. 1st and 10 for Brush. The official spot will be just outside their own 30. We'll call it the 31.
Garcia runs that ball back. He doesn't run it back like a typical 140 or 150-pound kid would. He runs like he's got about 180 pounds just with a lot of power.
1st and 10 for the Bead Diggers, leading by 15. And looking to do in the third quarter what they did in the first. Score 14 points and just dominate the line of scrimmage. Tormolen will hand it off to the deep man, and nothing there for Tyler Carter, even though he dives towards the 33. Boy, some great second effort by Carter. He could have been down for a loss of 1. Instead, he picked up 2, as Joshua White has been a thorn on the Bead Diggers' side all night from his linebacker position. He made the tackle.
Yeah, they tried to run that 46 where the halfback kicks the defensive end out, but University's been in a 3-man front and a 4-man front. I'm not sure if that's like a 3-5, but it's one of those defenses that disguises their people really well and makes it hard to block.
Yeah, White's actually a left defensive end. 2nd down and 8 from the 33. Hand off to Carter, left side of the 35, cuts it back towards the middle. He drives towards the 40, maybe the 41, very close to a first down. They'll stop the clock, maybe to measure. It looks like a first down, a gain of 8 for Tyler Carter.
That was the same play, only over to the other side. Exact same play.
Yeah, well, they got it away from Joshua White. I mean, he's been the one that's been making a lot of these plays. That time, the tackle was made by Isaac Chavez. 1st and 10 for the Bee Diggers at their own 41-yard line. We're 1:08 into the third. Brush 21, University 6. Hard count for Tormolen. Handoff again, right up the gut this time for Carter. He's got a short gainer towards the 44. And the hit was made by Caleb Frisbee along with Dalton Morrow, the sophomore. A gain of close to 3, 2nd down and 7. So the Bee Diggers are methodically moving the ball down the field, and reminds me of that term you like to use, that tenderizer.
Yep, they just keep letting Carter run the football right at him. He's got 80 yards now on 14 carries. He steps out of the game and takes a breather.
2nd down and 7 from their own 44-yard line. Tormolen again under center with the back split. The handoff to the deep man. Rosenbrock through the right side. He lowers his shoulder, drives across the 45 to the 49. The initial hit was made by Tyler Alonzo, the 5'8", 175-pound junior. 3rd and 2 after the gain of 5 by the freshman Rosenbrock.
You know, it's funny how the speed of that pile moving down the field changes when you bring a fresh running back in the game. You know, those fresh legs really speed things up.
9:42 to go, third quarter. The Bee Diggers lead University 21-6 on the short side of the field. 3rd and 2 from their own 49-yard line. This will be a handoff to Rosenbrock off the left side. He's held up at the 50, gained a yard, but he was driven back. Too many Bulldogs there, didn't have the hole. And the initial hit was made by Thomas Witherspoon, the senior. 4th and 1 at midfield.
He was trying to run that trap play there, but he just couldn't get there behind the guard as Witherspoon took up too much yardage. He was able to plug the hole up because the penetration just got too far across the line of scrimmage.
This will be the 7th play of the drive. Big play for University if they can stop Brush. 4th and 1 at the 50. Bee Diggers usually flourish in these situations. Tormolen with a nice quarterback sneak all the way to the 46-yard line. He just basically scurried his way right up the gut, and it's a gain of 4. Getting up for the bottom of the pile is the center, Damon Miller, who he basically rode for those 4 yards.
Yeah, Miller did a good job at chopping his feet and making all that room for Tormolen to stay right behind him. Well, that was refreshing. We don't see the Diggers do that a whole lot. Those quarterback sneaks up the middle, and boy, it caught the University off guard.
Yeah, last week he ran it through the left side for 10 yards. 1st and 10 for Brush at the University 46. One receiver out to the right. Backs are split. Tormolen will hand it off to the deep man Carter along the right side towards the sideline with a stiff arm across the 40-yard line, and he's close to a 1st down. I think he's got one at the 36 before he's forced out of bounds by Craig Noe. It's a gain of 10 and a 1st down for Tyler Carter and the Bee Diggers, their 3rd 1st down of the possession.
90 yards now for Carter on 15 carries. He's having a great night. Man, he runs hard. His legs are just going 100 miles an hour out there.
See T.O. Charlie's for a great used car truck. If you don't see what you want on the lot, they'll find it for you at T.O. Charlie's, 700 West Platte Avenue in Fort Morgan. 1st and 10 for Brush at the University 36-yard line. Carter and Lee in the backfield. Handoff, Carter right side, and he spins off a man at the 35, drives towards the 33. He corralled that football nicely because University's trying to come up with a turnover. The hit was made by Agui Arguello. A gain of 3, 2nd and a short 7 from the 33.
Yep, 93 yards now for Carter. Just chewing the yards up, just driving his feet. He has 2 hands on the football and his chin's down, and he's just trying to take up as many yards as he can, as fast as he can.
Well, now we're seeing a Brush drive, Dave. They started at the 31. They've chewed up 4 minutes, and they still have lots to go. Remember, this team went on a 33-yard drive against Faith Christian. 33 yards that lasted over 6 minutes. So they certainly know how to consume time. 2nd and 7 from the 33. Play action. Tormolen looking to throw. He's got pressure up the middle. Deep throw towards Garcia. Touchdown! Touchdown! Eric Garcia! He beat the defender 33 yards away. Brush 27, University 6.
Just another play over the middle there. Tormolen almost got hit there at the end of the play, but the offensive line is doing such a good job at giving him enough time to throw the football. And Garcia's so fast, he's getting behind those defensive backs, the safeties of the Bulldogs, and just did a good job of coming down with the ball. When he caught it, he was actually running backwards and caught the ball a little bit over his head.
Now the extra point. Yeah, like an outfielder, really.
Yeah.
Backpedaling to make that catch. Let's see if Jesus can make it 4-4. Awaiting the snap is Garcia. It's down. He boots it. Heavy rush, but Jesus boots that right down the middle. 7:34 to go, third quarter. Rush 28, University 6 on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com. The Bay Diggers extend their lead to 28-6 on a 9-play, 69-yard drive in 4 minutes and 21 seconds. It was Mitch Tormolen to Eric Garcia, who's turning into Larry Fitzgerald tonight with his receiving yardage well over 100 yards, Dave.
Yeah, he's already up to 159 yards receiving and 159 yards passing. You have to remember, though, Tormolen's only 4 for 9 with 1 interception.
There's a short kickoff by Jesus, fielded at the 20 and dropped over there by Schwint. Breaks a tackle, and now's got a seam right up the middle across the 25-yard line to the 27. Bee Diggers nearly didn't make that play, but they finally brought him down. Looked like Jake, I checked that Eddie Arribas got down there on special teams. So 1st and 10 for University at their own 28 with 7:26 remaining in the third.
You know, I think University was trying to run that reverse again on that play, and boy, it just got messed up after he dropped the football, and the reverse man was coming around to get the football, but he didn't hand it to him. Allowed the Diggers to close in and make the tackle. 4
consecutive games now, the Bee Diggers have thrown at least 1 touchdown pass. 1st and 10 for University at the 28. 3-step drop. The pass out to the sideline is nearly intercepted by Albo. It looked like Albo was first trying to play the defender, Schwint, and it looked like the pass was intended for Albo. And had he seen it, I think, from the outset, I'm not sure if he would have been off to the races, but he definitely would have had an easy INT.
It's one of those when you kind of got to laugh because you know he's just so bad because he was going to be off to the races if he catches the football, and right now he's thinking, well, I wish I would have caught the ball first and then ran with it.
Well, he has 2 touchdowns. That came in the opening week against Fort Morgan from the receiver position.
He's walking around out there, you know, his puts his head down a little bit, and he's walking fast. You can tell he wished he could have that play over.
2nd down and 10 for University at their own 28-yard line. 2 receivers out to the right, 1 to the left. There's the option right, the pitch right to Strohauer. Strohauer to the 30. Then he's taken down at the 32 by Maverick Seawald. And that was a good fundamental tackle. A gain of 4 for Strohauer, who had some success on that one drive. 3rd and 6 for the Bulldogs, approaching the 7-minute mark of the third, and the Bee Diggers up 28-6.
You know, Maverick Seawald playing that left defensive tackle, came across the line of scrimmage. He beat the offensive tackle, and then he chased him down from behind. Good thing Brost was there to help him out.
3rd and 6 from the 32. 1 setback for University. Sparks, a 5-step drop towards the sideline. That pass is intercepted at the 49. Along the sideline to the 40. Garcia has it to the 30. Garcia back to the middle. Inside the 30 to the 23. A return of 26 yards. And the Bee Diggers are deep in University territory, looking to extend a 22-point advantage.
Well, he slipped a little bit right after he intercepted it, and then he just took off, turned on the afterburners, and he had a lot of blockers out in front of him, but it was on the short side of the field over there in front of the University bench. They kind of had him corralled over there, and there was no way he could cut it back across the grain because of all the offensive linemen and a couple of the receivers that just had him sealed off.
Well, the one thing that with this Brush defense, they're coming up with turnovers in the last couple of weeks. 1st and 10 at the University 23-yard line. Tormolen back to throw, looking, setting up deep down the left sideline. That pass is going to be incomplete. Intended for Vince Albo. Looked like it was broken up by Schwint near the left corner of the end zone. 2nd and 10.
He was being guarded step by step, but I think Tormolen might have waited a little bit too long as Albo was deep into that corner.
Right.
I think Albo knew that there was no way he was going to come down with that football, in fair play.
That play's a very good idea, Dave, because you have to reestablish Vince Albo into the offense from a receiver standpoint. He was so good and so effective in week 1, and he's got great hands. So they took a shot there, but I wouldn't doubt now if they go back to the run. 2nd down and 10 from the University 23-yard line. There's the give to Carter off the left side, and he's down after a gain of maybe 1. Lots of penetration over there by Thomas Witherspoon. Third down and about, it's almost 10. It's still just inside the 23-yard line. The Bee Diggers might be in a situation where they have to pass the football, which certainly did work out when Tormolen hit Eric Garcia. Third down and 10 from the 23. And on third down, Tormolen, one-step drop out in the right flat. It's caught over there by Albo. Albo makes a move inside that 23, but he's got a yard maybe. That's it. To the 22. It's fourth down. The tackle was made by Craig Noe. 4th and 9. The Bee Diggers all of a sudden look inefficient again.
You know, the pass was going to be one of those kind of receiver screen passes or a hitch pass.
Yeah, almost
he had
like
to go
a
up in the air.
screen,
He had to jump up in the air to catch the football, though, and just from having to do that, it allows the defense enough time to close in, and he didn't have a whole lot of room to take off running.
Yeah, that certainly was not on Albo. It just wasn't much for him there to operate with, and now the Bee Diggers are going to be looking at calling a timeout. 5:04 to go, third quarter. Brush 28, University 6 on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com. For the sixth consecutive season, the Brush Bee Diggers are looking to score 40-plus points against the University Bulldogs. They need a couple of more touchdowns for that to happen. They lead 28-6 with 5:04 to go in the third. I'm John Beltran with Dave Urich. The Bee Diggers, though, do have a 4th down and 9 at the University 22. With Carter and Lee in the backfield, Garcia is going to be lined up on the inside slot to the right. He's been such a huge threat tonight. University cannot stop him. I'm sure Tormolen could be looking his way again on 4th and 9 at the 22. Tormolen back to throw off the play action. Over the middle, the pass is caught. That's going to be a first down towards the right side, diving and scoring. It's a touchdown. A touchdown for Randy Baker on 4th down and 9 from 22 yards away. And the Bee Diggers now lead 34-6.
Just a great play there by Tormolen because he was looking at, what happened was Baker ran a post and so did Garcia. They both ran a post and they got the University Bulldogs kind of running into each other a little bit. And University's manning up on Eric Garcia with their best player, Bradley. Tell you what, Tormolen saw that and threw it to the open man, Baker, and Baker's sure-handed.
And Baker only had to go about 7 or 8 yards after making the catch, a 22-yarder again from Mitch Tormolen. Second time this season he's thrown 2 touchdown passes in a game, and that extra point is good. But, Dave, let me tell you, they nearly ran into Jesus Cardenas. 4:58 to go, third quarter. It is Brush 35, University 6 on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com. A 4-play, 23-yard drive in 99 seconds. Mitch Tormolen to Randy Baker, who scores his first touchdown of the season. 22 yards away, and now Brush leads 35-6. How about Tormolen? With his passing night yardage-wise, he's putting together nearly a 200-yard effort at 182. There's a short kick. The ball's going to bounce at the 15, and then it's booted out of bounds along the right sideline at about the 13 or 14-yard line.
It's one of those kicks that got so close to the sideline, you can't believe that it's staying in bounds. And it was hard for him to pick up because, you're just shocked that the ball's rolling around like that and it's not going out of bounds.
The freshman Kyle Yoshimura tried to pick it up and never had any control, so it went out of bounds. He actually kicked it forward to the 18-yard line. 1st and 10 for University. They're down big, and there's the draw play and the handoff right up the gut, and a gain of 2, maybe 3, to the 21-yard line. And see who the Bulldogs went with there. That was Tad Strohauer once again. The middle of that Bee Digger defense made the play. 2nd down and 7. Under 4.5 minutes to go in the third. The Bee Diggers are in control, leading by 29. And if they extend this lead a bit more, you could see the second-team players come in the fourth quarter. From the 21. The lone setback once again is Strohauer. Sparks throws it out in the right flat. The pass is caught along the far sideline for a short gain, maybe to the 23. It was called by Jack Prisgoda, and the tackle was made, I believe, by Trevor Blake. Now they'll call it 2 yards. So that'll be third down and about 6.
Sparks is 4 for 10 for 44 yards total in that one interception.
From the 23, trips to the left, one setback. Sparks, 5-step drop, pressure coming, pass is incomplete over the middle. Intended for St. John Kirkpatrick, who had the biggest play today for University, a 73-yard kickoff return just before they scored a touchdown. Fourth down, and again, we'll call it 5 this time, not 6. From the 23-yard line, you would think the University is going to punt here. Although I'm not sure. I don't see a punter out there. Yeah, there he is. And that's Matthew Wortman. He's at his own 10-yard line. Garcia and Albo standing at the 50. Awaiting the snap. It's perfect. Wortman gets it off. A spiraling punt called by Garcia and fair caught at the 49. 51 yards to go for the Beet Diggers to extend a 35-6 lead with 3:31 to go in the third quarter.
A lot of people in the stands, you could tell they didn't like that fair catch. They were hoping that he'd run it back. It's hard to see how far down the field those tacklers are when you're looking up in the air for the football. I'm just happy that he caught it. I think that's one of the big things that the Diggers have done better over the last few years is fielding those punts and not letting the ball run down the field.
1st and 10 for Brush at their own 49-yard line. If they score here, Dave, I doubt we'll see the first team out there in the fourth quarter. Unless this drive carries over to the fourth, Tormolin will hand it off to the deep man. Carter running across the left side. A flag is down, and he is down at the University 43-yard line. That one looks like it's coming back. And the preliminary signal is going to be holding against Brush.
Yeah, one of the big kids for University was laying there on the ground right where the flag got thrown, and one of our Diggers was kind of laying on top of him.
Well, it'll be first down and 18 at the 41-yard line. Be nice if the Beet Diggers can take this drive into the fourth quarter because they still have lots of real estate to cover, although they've had some big plays tonight. The touchdown to Baker was a big one. 3 big plays to Eric Garcia. First and 18 from the 41. Tormolin on the handoff with a counter and running to the left. Looks like Carter again to the 44, gains 3 before he is met over there by University's Thomas Witherspoon, who's been more involved defensively in the second half. Second down and 15.
Carter's got 97 yards now on 18 carries. They faked that quick pitch to Garcia on that play, then handed it back to Carter on this other side. Usually Coach Dreitz, if he fakes it one way, he'll come back to that quick pitch the other way here pretty soon. It'd be a good time to do that since the wide side of the field is over here to the right.
Your one-stop center for projects around your home office or yard is Ackley Building Center, 1402 Mill Street in Brush. Handoff right side to Rosenbrock, a stiff arm at the 44, breaks a tackle, and he drives towards the 50. 6 hard yards for Kyle Rosenbrock, and he's only a freshman. In on the play was Zach Spence. And the Beet Diggers all of a sudden in a manageable 3rd and 9. I know that might not be as manageable, but it was 1st and 18 2 plays ago.
Tell you what, if Rosenbrock gets that to the outside, he can take it up the field too. He's got a lot of speed. People say, well, he's just a freshman, but he's a good athlete. A lot of strength, a lot of speed.
3rd and 9, just on the other side of the 50-yard line. Brush leads 35-6. The backs are split. Tormolin, play action, looking to throw, still looking deep over the middle, and Garcia spun around. It's incomplete. And Tormolin was drilled by Spence as he threw that pass, so he had to get rid of it a little bit earlier than he wanted to.
No, Tormolin had the blockers there. They were all looking upfield. They were looking in the middle, and everybody forgot to check the backside. The defender for University came free and just sacked him right in the back.
Well, the good thing is that Mitch felt the pressure. He knew it. A lot of times quarterbacks don't have that presence in the pocket. He did.
Yeah, he did.
Bead Diggers will punt. Tyler Stratman has not punted tonight. Right now the junior's out there. And now we have a penalty flag. Illegal substitution against Brush. That shouldn't be a big deal for Stratman, considering the field position the Bead Diggers have. They'll just have it at the 45-yard line. So 4th and 14. Kirkpatrick is deep. If I'm Kirkpatrick, I'd try to return this thing because you're down by 29, and he's made the biggest play of the game for his team. Snap is perfect. A little bit of a rush, but he gets it off. High, fluttering punt. Lands at the 29-yard line. Takes a Bead Digger roll towards the 22. A very respectable 33-yard punt. University takes over right there with 1:27 to go, third quarter, and Brush leading 35-6.
Corey Acosta showing a lot of hustle getting down the field. He's the snapper. After he snapped the football, he's one of the first guys down there to make the tackle. So there's somebody playing with some enthusiasm.
Well, and that's the way to earn even more playing time. 1st and 10 for University at their own 22. Their lone touchdown came on a quarterback sneak from Tanner Sparks. The Bead Diggers have had a few players, 4 players, score 5 touchdowns. Handoff right side, nothing. There's a loss. Strohauer is thrown back. Name your Bead Digger there. Felix Calderon, the nose guard, threw his muscle into that play. 2nd down and 12.
Jumps up limping a little bit there. Might have taken something on the shin there.
Well, and you don't want him hurt. Yeah, he is limping. He's looking towards the sideline. I think they're going to replace him after this play. He might take it a little bit easy on this play, although you can't really do that in football. 2nd and 12 from the 20 for University. Back to throw Sparks to his left. Pass is complete by Kirkpatrick, and an excellent tackle over there by Vince Albo. Although the gain was fairly sizable, to the 29, a pickup of 9. 3rd and 3 for the Bulldogs.
Gives them 51 yards passing now on 12 attempts, completing 5 of those. He was wide open, but our corner came up there. Albo flew up there really quick. He gave him that little bit of a cushion. You have to give the kid credit for catching the football, but Albo flew up there and wrapped him up. He was a sure tackle.
Yeah, Felix is out. And you're right, he is favoring that shin. 3rd and 3. Hopefully it's just a bruise from the 29. They pump, and now Sparks looking, getting pressured, rolls to his left. He's going to be spinning out of traffic, then he's thrown down. Got away temporarily, but too many Bead Diggers there. At the 20-yard line, Bryant Woodward was one of the Bead Diggers, and it looked like Sean McConnell was the other. We have played 3 quarters. After that loss of 7 yards, the score, Brush 35, University 6 on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com.